This is what it's been like for hours. Just beautiful open water, beaten into some pretty big waves that you probably can't see on the camera. But it's really steady in this boat. This is what it's like being in a Vokia. She's barely moving, beaten into these waves, but it's definitely taken a bit off of her speed. Splashing at the bow a bit, but never over the bow. How's steering? Is she keeping track?
It's pretty good. Helping Mike here because he took over the whole canal back there. It was pretty shallow, pretty sketchy, but he did a hell of a good job. So congratulations, Mike. High five.
We never hit bottom. We came within 2 inches, but we never hit bottom.
I know. It's crazy.
This is a 6-foot draft, so I couldn't imagine people doing this with a 7-foot because staying right on track. Just moving over for a boat once, staying inside the ICW. We were 2 inches from touching inside of the channel, just moving outside of the Bob 423 track that we're following. So I hope you guys are all having as good a day as us. We are in a lock, Great Wolf Lock, I believe it was called. It was kind of nerve-wracking. This is my very first time docking the boat, but it went really smoothly. They just wanted me a lot closer to this. So Mary's over there, did a great job throwing the line, so she's not. She went down below deck. And here, and this is the area. Yes, Great Bridge Lock. So we're going to be going up or down. I think we're going down like 2 feet. So keep an eye on our lines.
A Pelican just landed on our boat. That is so sick. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
It's a beautiful sunny day, just chilly, got some layers on. Mary's at the helm. We are in East Lake, or another name on here is Albemarle Sound. It's just inland of the Atlantic Ocean, and the waves are picking up. I don't know if you can see that. It's inland. I'm starting to see some white caps. So we turned on our wind instrument. We're seeing 34.5 knots. So pretty windy. Just coasting along, a little under 5 knots, and just enjoying yourself.
It's very windy and the waves are getting bigger. I hope they get a little bit smaller.
Yeah, we're coming in probably about 10 miles or so from shore, so we should start seeing smaller waves, which will probably make our speed pick up a bit because we're just been beaten into it now for a couple hours. Stay tuned and we'll update.
So I don't know if you can see there, that's the Alligator River Bridge. They're just opening the bridge for us. We're gonna be there soon from the west side. We called 5 minutes ago.
Before we got there, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Usually we have to wait for them to open the bridge, and this time we have to hurry up so we're not holding up too many vehicles.
Yeah, I know. So
So
there's a lineup of vehicles over. Good morning, people. It's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. We woke up to this. This is Alligator River. This is where we could anchor because it was too dark at 5 o'clock at night or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So the waves are crazy. We didn't have a good sleep, that's for sure. We had to wake up every 5 minutes to make sure our anchor wasn't dragging. The mic? Oh my God. That's probably the tools. Everything is falling down there.
yeah, no, I hope we don't have a night like that again.
Yeah. So if it's windy, just don't anchor on the Alligator River. It was too much for us.
Not any kind of opening. We had land right next to us, like not far from us on both sides, but the wind started on the southwest, which gave us big waves, so we thought when we got to this end of the waterway, it would be calm. Then overnight the winds switched to the north, and instead of getting lighter, they got stronger. So it was just howling all night, and the waves were picking up across this entire bay area, getting bigger and bigger all night. We just got rocked. We sat there in bed waiting until we could see any kind of light come out so that we could just grab a coffee and get going. Didn't want to be there a minute longer than we had to. So we're now moving again, which feels good because we're going to be out of this
Pretty soon.
pretty soon. Now we're getting pushed all over here by these waves.
At least we're being pushed by the waves, which is a good thing.
I'm at an angle, making it hard to steer.
Yeah.
We'd be doing circles if I wasn't anticipating every wave.
So thank God for the big wheel.
Which I was wanting to think of the pages.
Oh no, man.
This is some hairy weather. It might look on the camera, but we were just walking we're going to be turning here in less than a minute, almost now, and we're going to start getting broadsided by these waves again. So you can see the horizon. You'll see it going over there. Besides that. quite a few hours to go before an anchorage, but we plan to be anchoring nice and early today. Tomorrow's a write-off. It's gonna be really cold, really windy, and raining all day long. So we're taking a day off and get a little bit of stuff done. Go through our list of things we wanted to get done that we think about while we're doing this, like re-securing the dinghy, getting a better cleat on there with so there's no kind of chafing, or at least check for chafing. I'm going to make a new anchor snubber with a heavier rope. Right now I'm using a main anchor snubber and then 2 after the fact, like emergency ones, just in case the first one breaks. And luckily I did have that. Like last night though, the conditions were so horrible. I would have been afraid of that wrecking or breaking the snubber and then wrecking our windlass, but luckily I had done that, so we could sleep easy. But then we couldn't sleep easy because the wind was screaming and the boat was rocking and things were knocking. Don't anchor in that lake if there's any kind of wind. Without wind, it'd be great, but it was windier than they said, and even windier than they said it was and would be. So you never know.
Yeah, keep doing, people. I had to add another layer because it's cold in here, so keep doing.
Lost track of our layers.
Yeah, because it's supposed to rain and the weather is not gonna be very favorable.
We're in a fairly narrow channel in Alligator River, Pungo River Canal, and we see a bridge up ahead, but before that bridge we see what looks like a giant barge. I'm only in 12 feet of water in the middle here. We're gonna have to see how much room he needs, because I can really only move over so far. As you can see behind me, there's trees. It's not that wide of a river.
This was a very unique experience for us, living and cruising aboard Not Life. It was our first sleepless night anchored, and it taught us a lesson. Plan ahead with the weather. If it's not gonna be favorable, stay safe and comfortable. Come along next week. It gets better and better as we encounter many issues on the way south. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And click on the bell icon to get notified every time our next video comes out. Until next week, and stay safe.